Yo, what's up, everybody? Sorry, I'm just getting a little situated here. We'll get to chit-chatting and customizing here in a second. Just had to get everything set up. It's Dan, Blaney, Javino. What is up, my guys? We're live and alive tonight. A rare weeknight live stream at almost midnight, nonetheless. You guys are awesome for jumping in here. I asked my Discord, and everyone's like, yeah, dude, go do a live. My girlfriend's working tonight, so I was like, I got the time. And you guys seemed into it too, so. Black Hole, yo, Black Hole, you're a Star Wars fan. Check this out, bro. Look what I came home to today. Oh, I gotta, hold on. Look at this, bro. Oh, shit, I just doxed myself. Exactly, Black Hole, you get it. It's Dan. It's Dan. I did see all the new Marvel Legends. I have reminders set on my phone to pre-order everything. So far, I've been able to pre-order all the Star Wars stuff I wanted. What else was I able to get? Oh, I pre-ordered the G.I. Joe stuff this morning, so some new McFarlane stuff. And then, what's it, tomorrow? No, the first, a couple days from now, all the Spider-Man stuff goes up, so I'll make sure to get all that too. Hold on. I just disconnected from my Wi-Fi. Let me know if that made it any better. Let me try to catch up on all the comments I'm behind on. I realized last Saturday or Friday when I was streaming, my girlfriend was watching me in the other room, and I realized my stream's usually extremely delayed. I don't know if that's a YouTube thing or what, but let me go ahead and run through these comments real quick so we can catch up. I had a nasty breakup with my ex and I committed card fraud, $400 of Marvel Legends with her card. That's bold of you to admit in online, but that's incredible nonetheless, Marvel collector. Turgle, yeah, he's great. I really love Scuba Steve. Pred Element, my boy, what's up? Organized Gamer, I do not have Ninja Turtles. Damage Spider-Man is a must. I also want the Man-Wolf, not gonna lie. And the Mary Jane Iron Spider is pretty good too. I don't care about the Anti-Venom. I already have the CT Toys, which is, far superior from anything Marvel Legends is gonna make. It's not fair to even compare them, but up in the mountains with your family, that's awesome, Blaney. Enjoy, man. It's always fun to do that. About to open up your massive haul tomorrow. I can't wait to see it, Marvel Collector. Joe Mama, what's up, bro? We just hopped on 5 minutes ago. Recent reveals were kind of mid. Okay. Interesting. Yummers, what's up, bro? Emmett Shelton, hello, welcome in. Marvel Collector, LOL, why not is a perfect reason if you ask me. Yeah, I think they just called it the Iron Spider, but yeah, Iron Girl, whatever you want to call it. I think that looks really sick. I also have the MJ Spinneret. I'm a MJ stan, so. sorry. All jokes aside about like the card fraud and everything. Sorry to hear about the breakup. Breakups always suck, man. So hope you're doing all right. Fred Helm, of course, bro. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Thanks for coming in. Banana Head, what's up? Joe Mama, I loved the SDCC reveals. I feel like there's a lot of reveals lately. You know, I've been trying to like cut way back on collecting and stuff. Mostly just trying to, you know, spend most of my time and energy like buying stuff for my customs and stuff. Just really put all my energy into that. Quick aside, I got this in the mail too. I'm catching up on all the Absolute DC stuff. It's been really good so far. But a lot of the reveals, besides the X-Men stuff, I know I always get crazy responses when I say that. I don't care about the X-Men reveals, but everything else I'm pretty excited for. The Spider stuff, the DC stuff. What else did I pre-order? A bunch of the Star Wars stuff. Haven't had any legal issues. Hopefully it goes smooth for you. I'm kind of laggy today. Let me know if it gets really bad, and I'll try to stop and jump back on. I usually have to disconnect from my Wi-Fi, and I disconnected a little bit ago, so let me know if it gets any worse, or if you guys just want me to try to restart the stream at all. Fred Helmet, I was wondering the same thing. I haven't heard from him. I added him in the Discord a couple of times. He might be away. I think last time he kind of went silent. He was like away with family, so maybe he's just doing that. Oh yeah, of course. Joe, I was just thinking about all the stuff I pre-ordered. I completely forgot they revealed the Jada Invincible stuff. I'm so excited for that. Jada makes some incredible figures right now, so I'm so excited for that. And yeah, the Gambit reusing the NBA figure is crazy, bro. But I guess I got to get reuse out of the starting lineup because that line was a dud. Unfortunately, I'm a big sports fan. I would have loved for them to do more with that line, but it was kind of crazy they started selling it at such a high price. I understand like licensing because they got the actual like Nike and Adidas for the shoes and all that stuff. So. Yeah, Absolute Killer Croc is like a straight up dinosaur, bro. Tony Powell TV, what's up? Okay, I'm getting distracted opening up packages. Let's see. Don't ask how, but Taskmaster out of Jason, that makes sense. Excuse me. Yeah, the Edge Runner stuff looks really good. I'm not familiar with the game, so I haven't bought any of that stuff, but everything I've seen looks really good, so. So I've been finishing this guy up off camera. He's going to be in the next long form video. I didn't do too much to him. I changed out I don't know what ball joints I used down here, but I glued them in place, and so he had no articulation, so I bought another figure, another one of these figures for like $8, just to use the ball joints and extra fists and stuff. So... Wait, what are we clipping? Did I say something crazy? What did I say? Sorry, I know my chat's way delayed, so I forget what out-of-pocket thing I might accidentally said. But yeah, so I've been working on this guy behind the scenes. I touched up all the gold, touched up the blue. Since I started using a new blue, and you guys know I like using the same color blue throughout all the figures to you know, really drive home the continuity between figures. And then now that you know, my skills have just gotten better with the paintbrush, I've gotten better brushes. I was able to clean up a lot of the lines, and then it's not very easy to see, but I did do a gray, like a silver dry brush on top. Once I clear coat it, it'll probably show a little bit better. But and I glued the cape down a little bit better. But yeah, so that's what I've been working on behind the scenes. Tonight, let's see. I've also been working on a Maximum Spider-Man custom for a customer. Someone reached out to me on Instagram, asked me to do a Maximum Spidey for them, so I've been working on that. And then Red Goblin, I still haven't painted his face, but I've been itching to start working on this Doom, so I think I want to do that tonight with you guys. What do you guys think? Yellow Rug, what's up, bro? Hit me with the joke. Marvel Collector, thank you, bro. Yeah, SHF Gamerverse, they're gonna do a Spider-Man, right? It's Dan. I only got the flame on Johnny so far. After seeing the movie, I'll probably get more. I really liked the movie, and the figures are really good, so they can really be fudged into a comic display too. So I don't know. Yo, thanks for streaming tonight. I'm gonna watch this all the way through. Sometimes maybe. Yeah, of course, Fred Helmet. Thanks for hanging out, bro. It's Dan. Thank you. Thank you. I know it's not fishbowl shaped. I've gotten that comment a lot. Why did Mysterio... I don't know. Why did he cross the road? Yo, SSY Jason. What up, bro? What up? Let's see here. Actually tempted with Game vs. Cyclops. Yeah, bro. I'm glad SHF upped the scale on that Cyclops. That was like a really big. Like everyone's like, what the hell? Jason, that is a custom Red Goblin we worked on last week. We worked on a couple weeks in a row, I think. Get that out of the way before I accidentally dip his toes in some paint. But yeah, this is a Red Goblin. Everything's good. I just have to paint up his head now. And then he'll be complete. I've been putting it off because it's like insane detail work. Yeah, maybe we can do that tonight in between stuff drying on Dr. Doom. Stereo's done. I just need to clear coat him. I'll do that at some point tonight, maybe once I get off stream with you guys. Black Hole, this is the head I think I'm going to settle on for Dr. Doom. Because I like this mask, but I don't think it gives Doom as much as like this does. I don't know. What do you guys think? Black Hole, thanks, bro. I really like that Mysterio. That one was really popular when I made it last year, like 2 years ago. It does, right? I thought so too. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. The Mafex Venom, bro, is almost $200. I already have the SHF Venom, and I customized it to be more comic accurate. So I'm just gonna have that one in my collection. Yummers, I think we're gonna make Dr. Doom. And you want to see the tail? Here's the tail, bro. I screwed it into place back here and then super glued it. Okay, everyone likes the grid head, so we're gonna go with that. JJ, what's up, bro? Yeah, I do have a shelf. I reset it today, and then it looks like some of them fell while I was at work. My girlfriend had to put them back. This guy was like up there fighting Vulture, but oh yeah, it looks like Vulture maybe took. It looks like everyone took a dive. No one broke. That's good. But this is my Sinister Six display. Mysterio will be right there when I'm done with him. I finished Hydro Man and Molten Man. Put them on the shelf. I got long form videos of them coming out soon. And then here's just some randos I made that don't really have a spot yet on the shelf. Thank you for all the kind words, everybody. Thank you. I know I'm way behind the chat, so I'm gonna just try to use blanket statements sometimes. So thank you, everyone, for the kind words. Pred Helmet, I don't anymore. He's been long gone. I know you're a huge fan. If I ever come across more Alien or Predator fodder, you'll be the first one to know. Oh, the Venom 2099 and the blue one, I'm not sure how much they're gonna be, but the Mayfex movie Venom is pre-ordering at 180, I think. Thank you guys so much. Carnage is a furry. What makes you say that? Oh, because he has a tail? Yeah, you heard it here. You heard it here first, folks. Furry Carnage. Yeah, sorry. What? Why am I getting clipped so much? Oh, this sits weird in the hood. I don't know. Interesting setup. Oh, what the? This head's not gonna fit in there. What the hell? Why'd they design it like this? Yeah, I got Wonton. I got Star Wars. I got some. I got this 2-pack in today, or 3-pack. I can't wait to use Mullet Count Kestis. Look at all the lightsaber options. This was a sick set. Yeah, fodder's just pet part, or sorry, I'm reading everyone talking about pets. Fodder is just figure parts. You're correct. Why is this built like this? Do I like? Oh god. I have a pet rodent too. What rodent do you have? No. Okay, you guys look away. I'm about to use my knife in a crazy way. How do I make customs? I get asked this question pretty frequently, honestly, and I never know exactly how to answer it. I buy oh no, I cut the hood. I saw that one coming. I buy a lot of figures for cheap and just I'll kind of just look at what I have like laying around, like what my fodder is, and then I'll just kind of go from there, like what speaks to me, and I'll just start putting pieces together and seeing what I like combined together, and then go from there. Yo, that looks wild. What do you guys think? His head's a little big. That looks insane, though. Yeah, I think that'll look good. Yeah, the hood's a little small. Crispy out of context? Oh God, no. Honestly, I'd be a little bit honored, I guess. Rex Sloan, what up? Froggy VR. Rex Sloan, we're working on Doctor Doom tonight. I feel like part of it is the neck scan in the way. It feels like there's room back there. Yeah, I thought about doing cloth too. Yeah, I could do a Tony Stark figure, but I don't want. I know like everything's turning into Tony Stark Doom variant. I'm gonna hold all judgment and thoughts of that until Doomsday comes out and I see what they fully do with that. I know me and Black Wolf talked about it a ton. But I don't, in the universe I'm building this for, I have no interest in Doom being a Tony Stark variant, so. I guess it's sticking out of the hood doesn't look terrible when it's like on the figure. I can't believe I cut the damn hood. I got reckless with my blade. I can just glue it. Barely though. That's true. I do have another Azrael. I can just go grab that one. I'm gonna paint it anyway. That's a good point. I gotta wait. Hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah. Oh, Doom 29.9. That's true. Average day in Florida with knives. Yeah. Jaquan, what up? Yeah, that's why I think too. Maybe I'll just trim down the head a little bit and the parts you'll never see if the hood's gonna stay up all the time. So, BRB. So we have this one. Yeah, Black Hole's like, no, don't cut another hood. So what do we need to do here? I'm thinking we probably have to presumably cut a little bit of this out too. Okay, does that sit better? I don't know. Claudia, what's up? Oh, yeah, this does look very Taskmaster-esque. No, I don't worry, chat. Or Yummers, I read the chat. Jason, yeah, I'll be careful with knives. I haven't cut myself in a while, knock on wood. Oh, yeah, and business cards. Yeah, everyone asks for business cards. I would, obviously have to ship them to you. So you'd have to tell me, personally on the Discord. Don't put your address in the chat, but is this to Taskmaster? Taskmaster? Do I abandon this gridhead? You cut yourself with cheese? Do you want to tell me more? Yeah, now everyone's saying Taskmaster, and that's all I see. Ah! Damn it, I thought I was cooking with this. Yeah, I have 3D printed in the past. I have a 3D printer. I've 3D printed some stuff so far in my lifetime. Yeah, oh yeah, I have a filament printer. I gotta get a whatchamacallit printer so I can like print heads and stuff. That would be convenient. Although I don't even well, yeah, I guess that would save me a little bit of money because I don't paint my own heads because I'm bad at it. I guess that's just an excuse at this point. I could probably learn how to paint heads. But I got a friend who's really good at it, and I like to pay other artists for things I'm not as good at, so I really don't mind paying him. He's got extremely reasonable prices too. Oh my god, I cut the hood again. Okay, well, it's a good thing this is a test hood. Tomster, thanks, bro. What's up? What's up? You're cooking just in the... Thank you. Cooking just in the wrong dish, yeah. Well, now if I ever want to make a Taskmaster, I know the exact recipe I'll use. Silver linings, I guess. Okay, I got this to pretty much sit all the way in there. Now I know on the next hood. Well, now I don't know if I'm even going to use this head, so. Yeah. Sassy, this is the test hood. Remember, Black Hole told me not to switch hoods yet, which I'm glad he did. Can I turn the hood completely inside out? I think so. Oh no, I can't turn it completely out because of the way it's like attached to this little neck piece. But it's just, well, this is the test. Okay, so it's just looks like it's just glued there, and it's coming off pretty easily. It's tearing a little bit, but I'm sure if I had heated it up a little bit before I tried this, it would come off even easier. Oh, that's coming off pretty easy, regardless. Yeah. You know what's screwing me up is this blade is brand new. I think I changed it this morning, so it's extremely sharp. So it's cutting through this really soft plastic like butter for better or for worse. Predator, but no, yeah, Parrot Helmet. No such thing at all as too much commenting. That's what the chat's here for. Comment pinned. We are making Doctor. Well, I'm about to abandon ship because my Doctor Doom again didn't go as planned. I'm sad now. Okay, if we take this all the way off, big old noggin. That's like his. This is about as good as it'll fit. And if we slowly reintroduce the neck piece, that's probably our. The left of the screen. Oh, Mysterio. Well, I think, or this guy. This is an Azrael. So a little sneak peek of something I'm going to do with this guy. I was originally going to use these arms for Doom because they're already like metalish, but since they don't really have a texture to it, I'm just going to use the red arms from this guy and paint them. You'll see if I ever get to it because now I don't want to make Dr. Doom anymore. But these arms I'm going to use for a Luke Cage. I'm going to use from the arms down for a Luke Cage. Sassy Jason, thanks for hanging out, bro, and have fun posing your figs. It's Dan. Be careful out there, bro. I saw a bunch of videos on TikTok, like lives and stuff, of people hanging out on the coast of Hawaii, like waiting for that tsunami to hit. Good luck, bro. Be careful. Duck Gaming, yeah, for the Apocalypse universe. Black Hole, no, we'll still do Doom. I'll just have to skip the head for now. Jason, thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man. Also, I cut these pieces out because I was gonna put the cape here, and then now I don't know if I will. And I want to put, because I got to put the whatchamacallit on here. Why can't I think of the cape's name? Doctor Strange cape. Someone jog my brain. My brain is toast, chat. Doctor Strange is one of my favorite characters, and I'm drawing such a blank on what his cape is right now. No, that's not what it is, Crampone. Matt Riley, appreciate it, bro. Thank you. I really do. The Duck Gaming, bro. I've been getting so many pre-orders in recently. I'm so happy my girlfriend hasn't killed me yet. I don't want to be like, stereotypical, oh, my girlfriend doesn't let me collect. She doesn't care at all, bro. She buys me toys all the time. She's really cool about it. But same thing, I'm running out of space, and I'm like, I have a pretty small, like, display area to begin with, and I'm like, I gotta stop. I gotta stop buying stuff. There's so much good stuff coming out, but if I can't even display it, it's like, why am I even buying this? So until we oh my goodness, you guys didn't see that. So until we get a bigger apartment or something, I should probably cut back on collecting. We've been trying to get like a studio space we can share, because she's a performer and she could use space too for like choreographing acts and practicing her circus acts and everything. and then I could use the studio space for probably like set up a real good display and then have like photography set up at all times, you know, so I can do a lot more toy photography and like pretty much pump out reviews faster. I pretty much stopped doing reviews because there's so many reviewers and I don't really have much to say as far as reviews go. I'm just like strictly customizing now. But you know, I like to take pictures of my toys and play with them. You know, that is part of the reason why I buy them. Believe it or not, some stuff I keep stock. I know that's really hard to believe, but. Okay, so the vision I'm thinking for the paint scheme and everything of this guy. So since this looks like cloth, I'm not gonna get, you know, his main thing is gonna be green. Doctor Doom is always green. He's gonna be green. I'm not gonna change that. I don't want to like change too much. But since this is like Sorcerer Supreme Doctor Strange, there's a really old, oh goodness, there's a really old, well, really old, but there's an old, what if Doctor Strange became Sorcerer Supreme, like way back, you know, back during the heyday of the What If comics, and his thing is blue instead of green. Obviously, you know, it kind of looks like Doctor Strange, but with you know, robot legs. So I was thinking the sleeves underneath are going to be blue because he took Doctor Strange's thing, and then this is going to be green. I got to paint the Doctor Strange logo on here somewhere. I'm going to have the cloak hanging from one side, probably like here, you know. And in here, since I cut this hole, I got to put something else here. I don't know, what would Doctor Strange have on his shoulder? Oh, sorry, I'm going way back. I forgot I didn't reply to some of these. Yeah, Pred Helmet, go ahead and tattoo my name on your back. Yeah, she is absolutely waifu material. She's amazing. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should put like a skull there. Like, I wanted to put like Ultron's skull there and show that he, yo, that would look crazy, right? Show that he killed Ultron. Or I can put some kind of gadget there. That'd be crazy. Yeah, he's the Sorcerer Supreme in the comics right now. That's where I got the idea. I was talking to Black Hole about it. Okay, skull it is. That looks pretty wild. I like it. I want this dude to be like kitted out because this is yeah, this is like the most powerful Doom there is, or it's going to be, you know. So I want him to like show that he's all powerful and that everyone should fear him greatly. Fake Smile Music, what's up, bro? You thought the stream froze? What did I do? My hands are really steady. Ultron's okay. Everyone's saying Ultron skull. Ultron skull here. Cape here. Yeah, this I can make the Eye of Agamotto. And then the rest of the Infinity Stones are gonna be on the gauntlet here, like right here. My girlfriend's gonna help me. She like you know, like gems her costumes and stuff. So she has these little gems, and we're gonna glue them here and then paint them the colors. Okay, so a resounding skull. That's sick. What skull it is. I started working on Punisher last week, Matt Riley. I put it off to the side for now because there's some other figures I want to get to first. This Doctor Doom especially because he's one of my favorite villains, and I got the idea. And for me personally, once I get an idea, I have to capitalize on it before I forget or whatnot, you know. And I gotta get the ball rolling at the very least. So I was like, I gotta work on this Doom. Plus, he's one of my favorite villains of all time, so. But let's go ahead. This will all be the same green. We'll clear some of this out, try to avoid paint rub where we can. I know I was talking to Black Hole about, I was talking about it in Discord, and I was talking to Black Hole about it privately, that this Doctor Strange, well, this Doctor Doom is going to be like all powerful. This guy's gonna be insane, right? He's got the gauntlet, he's got all the Infinity Stones. And then, you know, he's the Sorcerer Supreme. And he is also, this will be news to you guys. I didn't announce this yet, but he is allied with Kang. Well, you know, Doom only works for himself, but Kang is under the impression they're allied. Doom obviously is using Kang. For what? We don't know yet. I'm working on it. But so now Dr. Doom has the technology of Kang. He's got, you know, the mystic arts. And he's got pretty much every power because of the gauntlet. So this guy's gonna be like omnipotent. like good luck stopping this Doom, which is what I'm going for. Plus he's got a lot of like, since this is an Azrael, he's got a lot of like the holy beads and the crosses and stuff. So Black Hole, I was thinking maybe he'll be partnered up with Mephisto too. How I stop paint rub, it depends. So like, you know, sand these areas down pretty well. One thing I've learned from WPG Customs on YouTube, when you're doing, let me give you a better example, on like Mafex here, or not Mafex, my goodness, on McFarlane, if you cut down these areas right here, kind of, you know, you just make the, and right here, just little areas like that. Sometimes you don't even have to sand the joints if you just cut out the area where it could potentially rub, because of the way they're designed, it'll work pretty good. All the ratcheting is in here, and that's where the bulk of the paint rub would be. So these are the legs I ended up going with because they look they look armored, you know, especially once you paint them gray, and they match the body. So the scaling. But Braxton, we're making a Dr. Doom tonight, and I will finally stop yapping. Let me get the green. I'm gonna grab a couple greens, and you guys are gonna decide which green. Okay, these are the greens I have. I'm thinking the darkest green, and then we can, like do my dry brushing technique to add depth, and we can do lighter green for that. So I'm thinking like these two greens probably will get us there most of the way. I would say all for his own gains, Black Hole. I think Doom, ultimately is only in it for himself, and so he will be using Kang, he'll be using Mephisto, he'll be using all these people for his own gains. He pretty much wants to master every dimension, every skill. This guy pretty much, this Doom we're working with pretty much wants to, take over everything. Take over the multiverse. Kai, Leo, what's up? Welcome in, everybody. Duck Gaming, I have YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I'm active on all of them, so you can find me anywhere. All right, I'll go with the darkest green first then, and we'll see how we're liking that. Because we can always... Well, no, I think it'd be easier to go light and then dark, but I'm pretty confident I'm going to only get dark green, so I'm just going to commit to it. And you guys are just going to trust me, trust the process. Don't question Crispy. How dare you? I am going to keep the rest of this gold, though. Doom definitely likes to stunt on him, so of course he's going to be kitted out in gold, in my opinion. Banana Man, what up? Bread Helmet, I could do that for you, bro, if you really want the pieces. Yeah, that's true too, Black Hole. Maybe they'll be clashing. These are right side up crosses and not upside down crosses, so maybe he's got these to help take down whatchamacallit, Mephisto. Figure on my left. That's an Azrael laying down, and then that's a custom Mysterio way in the left. My Instagram is... Hold on. Let me pull up the business card. Oh yeah, of course. I appreciate the back and forth, because there's some stuff I'm not as privy to. So if it doesn't make sense, I like bouncing ideas off of each other to maybe help it make more sense, you know, or be more accurate to character traits and stuff. Pronoun, absolutely, bro. I invite anyone and everyone to send me whatever you want to the PO box. If you want to send me a figure to customize, I can do that. If you want to send me fan mail, whatever. Want to send me a piece of paper to my PO box that says "Pu, you stink." What, dude? Whatever, whatever your little heart desires. Send it to the PO. That's what I that's why I pay for a PO box every month. Show it on the Discord. The info for my contact, I can do that. That's a good idea. I'll put in one of the chats. Yeah, black hole, exactly. I'll research stuff, and even when you're researching stuff, like you said, depending on the time period or the comic run or whatever, everyone's story can wildly differ. It's like oh man, what do I do now? Like you said, you got to find like a good in between or something that makes sense for everyone involved. So this little like overlay here, let me show you guys. Since I don't exactly have a cape right now, I'm thinking this overlay, since you see it, it definitely looks like it's supposed to be a different piece. I think I'm gonna paint that red. Well, it's already red, maybe a brighter red. And then, like I said, change this to the Eye of Agamotto, just paint it green or whatever. And now we'll make that the cape, so I don't have to buy one. Should I put like more here? Like, I don't know, we already got the skull, what else would be cool there? Or I can drape like yet another cape off of him. I don't know. What else should he be carrying? Oh, yeah, I can do that too. The Spider God, whoa, who's that? perfect that this dude has the, like this too, so. Like the little skirt piece like Doom always has. You know, it's a McFarlane figure, so he doesn't have enough weapons, so I gotta figure out a way to holster a gun on here. Doom always has a gun, which I think is kind of funny. That he likes to use like an old school gun. Out of everything, considering who he is and what power he has readily available. But Doom is all for the spectacle, so I guess that makes sense ultimately. They're all belts, so that's cool. Paint them up brown. It's a lot of, it's cool that this is like one of the few McFarlanes that a lot of the details are already painted up for once instead of just buried in the sculpt. So I'm trying to be a little bit, usually I just like slop green all over this and be like, okay, I'll go back and touch up all the details as I go. But a lot of these details are already like painted in, so I'm like, okay, I'll just be a little bit neater. I'm not, you can tell I'm still not being like perfectly neat because this belt's gonna be painted brown at some point. I'll touch up all the gold here, so I don't need to be perfect, but I also don't have to like be as messy either, if that makes sense. The ultimate nullifier. I might be a little bit behind. That's what I should put on his shoulder? Or is that a dumb thing to say out loud and I'm not 100% sure what that is? Is that something that can go on his shoulder? Did you watch Fantastic Four? Yeah, I saw it opening night and I really liked it. It was a really good movie. I had a lot of fun with it. Paint his butt cheeks here real quick. Yeah, a couple days. That's fine, Pred. That would take your time. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about now. I know exactly what you're talking about now, Black Hole. That would be sick. Yeah, I mean, cosmic entities like Galactus are still alive and well in my universe, so yeah, maybe Doom's wearing stuff like that to repel them a little bit as to not get in his way as he's trying to do his little, casual world domination. Just another Tuesday for Doom. It's funny how bad the first layer can look. Like, you truly have to trust the process. So any of you, sorry, I'm like laser focused on this skirt. For anyone who's been in my chat in the past month, if you guys remember, we've talked about the Mafex 2099, and I mentioned how like I had it for pre-order, and then I was like, never mind, I don't need it. And I canceled it, and then he jumped up in price because of the tariffs and stuff. Well, one of my friends, one of my online friends, was selling his, but he was also looking for trades, and so we worked out a trade, and I should have a Mafex 2099 in a couple days. So that's exciting. Duck Gaming, thanks for hanging, bro. Yeah, you remember that, Brad? Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. That was one of the few that I canceled and fell through the cracks, and I should have kept. But I righted that wrong. So, as grateful as I am that I got the Mezco 29, yeah, the Mezco 29 for really cheap, and like, I thought for sure I was gonna be like the 2099 in my collection forever. If this Mafex is as good as everyone says, I might have to sell the Mezco. I know, like, I don't have to. I can have duplicates in my collection, but I try not to anymore. I don't know if anyone else is like that. I more so want to just get like the best imaginable version of the character and then just use that, you know? Because how many 2099s can I put in one display? You know, I have the Across the Spider-Verse 2099 that goes in that display, and then I have the Mezco right now. So, I mean, we'll see though. Maybe they'll both serve their own purpose. Who knows? This is sorry, the lighting's kind of bad. This is looking good. I like this green. Well, you can hardly. Jeez, you can hardly. There you go. It's pretty dark because it's going on like a really dark red, but that's gonna look good. Let me clean off. Okay, if you guys wanna, if you wanna pin me out of context or clip me out of context, let me clean my tip. Pride Helmet, thanks, bro. Black Hole, thank you too. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a good green. Yeah, I think it's a pretty safe bet to say Doctor Doom's gonna be in Doomsday. I've been seeing some interesting theories. I won't talk about them here because it could be potential spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen Fantastic Four. Black Hole, maybe I'll text you about them after stream because I know we've been talking about some of the stuff that these theories are talking about, so I think you'll really enjoy it. And anyone else in here who's in the Discord, let me know if you've seen a movie and you want to hear about it. I'll chat that up with you guys. But it's just like ultimately it's just like I'm so curious how they are going to do the whole Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom. Like it's obviously safe to assume that's not going to be the permanent Doctor Doom. And like me and Black Hole were talking about, like Robert Downey Jr. got a fat paycheck, and like it's just like Spider-Man. That dude's always for someone whose identity is supposed to be a secret, right? He's always taking his mask off in the MCU, and for characters like Robert Downey Jr., who he's getting paid like an absurd amount of money to come back and be Doom. So that dude's not gonna be hiding his face. You know what I mean? So it's I think that's gonna play a huge role into the story. I don't know if he's gonna be like cosplaying as a Tony Stark. If he is gonna be a Tony Stark. I think what would be cool though is if the Russos do it right. If you want to go hey, this is a Tony Stark variant route, I think that would be really good for the OG Avengers that are still left. You know, because the last time we saw Stark and a lot of these old guys, the OGs, it was at Stark's funeral at the end of Endgame, right? Spoiler alert: Tony Stark dies in Endgame, and And so, I think like Spider-Man, especially because that was like Far From Home was real big on that as well, like the lasting impact that had on Spidey. So I think that could be a really good plot line. That'll definitely make like RDJ coming back okay in my books. It'll make it better. Like I said, as long as he's I can't imagine he's going to be the main Doctor Doom moving forward. I think he'll be a variation of sorts, and I think we will eventually get set up with the real Doctor Doom, which will be exciting because I think Doctor Doom should be a villain that doesn't die. Oh shoot. I think Doctor Doom's a villain that should stick around, so hopefully they do. It seems like the MCU is kind of over the whole one and done villains, especially for bigger. They because they did Ronan and killed him off in a Guardians movie and stuff like that. So like now that they kept High Revolutionary alive, and what other cool villains have we gotten that Zemo's still alive and stuff like that. So I think it's good. They've kind of moved off of the bad guy of the week thing, because Red Skull they killed off, Ultron they killed off in one movie. Although Ultron will come back, he's apparently coming back in Vision Quest. Apparently, there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff coming out in Vision Quest, like Wiccan. No, not Wiccan. Speed, Wiccan's brother. Stuff like that. So I'm glad they're bringing Ultron back and righting that wrong. But Higher Evolutionary was amazing. That was such a good villain, and the actor. I'm sorry. I know I wouldn't do his name justice if I tried to pronounce it, but he did an amazing job with that role, and so I'm glad they kept him alive. Amazing stop motion. Good to see you're here, bro. Yeah, James Spader Ultron is so good. He was so good in that role. I agree. It's going over his bright red a lot easier. Looks like a Christmas tree. That's the only thing I fear about having the Doctor Strange cloak on here too, is he's going to start turning into a Christmas tree, kind of like who else was turning into Christmas? Oh, Jack-o'-lantern had a lot of red and green. It ultimately doesn't give Christmas. It came out really good. So I know once this is all pieced together, it won't give Christmas. So it'll give Doctor Doom with Doctor Strange's cape, but it is always a fun game to be played when you start mixing colors like that are so like synonymous with something else. Because his like arms are gonna be like a dark blue too, since like I said, it's gonna be like Doctor Strange's clothes. Like this dude's a savage. He took his clothes and everything. Oh, I just painted his arm green. His arm's not supposed to be green. Oh well. Oops. Blue should go over green, alright, so won't be that big a deal, I don't think. I love how like ornate the sculpt is on this figure though. I think that would be perfect for Doctor Strange because, you know, he likes to stunt on him. Oh my goodness, I keep doing it. Doctor Doom. This is Doctor Doom. He's stealing a lot of Doctor Strange's stuff, but this is not Doctor Strange. Yeah, this is a Benedict Cumberbatch Doctor Doom variant in my universe. How about that, MCU? But yeah, Doom likes to stunt on him, so I like how ornate the sculpting is on this figure. That's definitely what, like, when I was looking at it, I got the idea. I was like, wait a second. I think it's going to come together really well, so. Okay, so this arm, do not paint green, Crispy. Gotta paint the shoulder green. Wow, we're almost done the green already? felt like I was gonna have to paint green forever with this guy. Yeah, black hole. Isn't that so funny? I'm sitting here talking about talking about what the arm's going to be while painting it a completely different color. You got to drive in half an hour? What are you going? Oh, you work late shift too, don't you? Or do you just casually running errands at 1 a.m.? Or you don't have to answer at all. It's none of my business. Sorry for even asking if that's weird. Zemo was honestly one of my favorite parts of Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think that show's overhated personally. I really like that show. I think the villains might have been the Flag Smashers or whatever. I think it's a great concept. Maybe poorly executed at times. But I think overall that show was good. I like them setting up Sharon Carter as a power broker is really cool. Baron Zemo was definitely one of the highlights of that show. And although he's like slightly redeemed in that show, we know he's still up to no good. It's Baron Zemo. So the hobo, what's up, bro? Oh, you just got to pick up your dad. Gotcha. Got myself some zero sugar wild cherry Pepsi. 7-Eleven by my job had it in stock. I thought that was pretty neat. Gave it a try. It's like potentially cringe, but as I go on this fitness journey, well, I have been off and on for past year now. I hurt my wrist really bad around this time last year, so I had to like stop lifting as much, and then I was in and out of work. Work screwed me out of workers' comp, which sucked. I'm still in court for that. And that's going to take forever because medical court, they don't want to give you your money. And then, so then bouncing in between jobs and everything. Any kind of like routine got way thrown off, and so it's harder to eat right, and then switching shifts. So I work second shift now, which I don't know that I've ever done in my life. No. Well, I guess kinda when I worked at Dave & Buster's. Basically just a bunch of. I have plenty of excuses as to why I fell way off. All that to say, I've learned to love zero sugar soda. It's, what makes cleaning up my diet so much still enjoyable. I don't have as much ice cream or potato chips, but I can still crush some zero sugar pop with no regrets. So that's always fun. Hobo Sun, yeah, I worked there for a while. I was a maintenance supervisor for a long time, and then when COVID happened, I was laid off for 7 months. And then when they finally opened back up, they got rid of my position, so I became a game tech supervisor, which was super fun, super unique. I never really had done anything like that in my career before, so that was really fun. I got to work on all the games and stuff. That was a really fun time. And then when I moved to Chicago, I transferred. I was promised a promotion, and he screwed me out of that, so I ended up quitting. I really liked Dave and Buster's until that experience soured it. I know. So all in all, it was a really good company to work for, though, and it was definitely one of the better jobs I had, all things considered. Fred Alman, that'd be sick if you could do a stop motion about my figures. Oh, dude, you're allergic to zero sugar? That sucks. Sorry to hear that, man. What's your drink of choice then? Last stream, you asked what figures I was thinking of trying to make customs for one, but one I completely forgot was I. Oh, Billy Butcher would be fun. Oh, dude, dude, you know how often when it would be like slow at work, like on like a random like Tuesday night, I'll just hop into TIE Fighter pod and blow up the Death Star. That was always so fun. I like that game a lot. Did the Dave and Buster's you live by get the Darth Vader VR? I know like only select markets got it. Since we're in Nashville, we're one of the biggest markets in the country, I think, honestly. So we got the Darth Vader VR, and that was insane, dude. That was really cool. It's also the most expensive game in there. A lot of people weren't thrilled about that, but Anonymous Apple Slice, I know, bro. A rare weeknight live stream. I got home. Sorry, I'm painting all the way off camera. Everyone always asks me to do weeknight streams, and I get home from work. I got home tonight a little bit before 11:30, so after taking a shower and feeding the rabbit and everything, I was able to get on here about 11:45ish, I think. But I don't know how much of a market there is for that, so I never do it. Plus, my girlfriend's usually home, and so we hang out. We don't get to spend a lot of time together because of our schedules. But she went into work tonight, and so I was like, I asked the Discord, and everyone said yes. So here I am. And for everyone who's here on a random Wednesday, I know it's summertime, so it makes it easier for some of you. But for everyone who's here, dude, thank you so much. I love that you guys are here. It's so cool. Like I say on Friday nights, I don't know how much better things you can do on a Wednesday night, because my streams are just so cool. But I am always so grateful that you guys decide to come hang out with me, no matter what day, no matter what time, no matter what we're making or what I'm yapping about. You guys are always here hanging out. I'm so appreciative. Always. I know I say it a million times, but I feel like it's like really common for people to quickly forget where they came from, and I want you guys to know I never will. I always remain humble and grateful for you guys. Oh, dude, yeah, the headgear was so heavy on that VR for no reason. Vanilla Coke and Cherry Pepsi, good choices, good choices. Oh, my favorite figure. I think you asked this a bunch. Sorry, dude. I keep glancing over it. Claudia, I'm glad to see you're still here, and you got the #2 crown. That's awesome. Yeah, yeah, that's the Red Goblin. Yep. Smooth Operator, what's up? What's your quick question, Stop Motion Geek? Is it my favorite figure because I kept glancing by it? I'll answer that, but if you have another quick question, please feel free to ask, and I shall answer. No, you're good, Blackwell. You're an extremely loyal supporter. I appreciate it so much. And I don't know if it's good or bad for you, Hobo, but I guess I'm glad you can't sleep so that you get to hang out with us. Is that selfish? Yeah, it is absolutely a menace to society, Claudia. My favorite figure. Jeez, that's tough. Favorite figure in my collection. I'll probably have to go like Mafex Symbiote Spider-Man. Or the Marvel Legends. Surprisingly, Marvel Legends makes the top of the list. I'm not. Yeah, I know some people are like snobs about it and stuff. I don't. Marvel Legends makes good stuff, and they come in at a certain price point. If you know, I have to own hundreds of figures at this point, and I wouldn't be able to do that if all I bought was $150 figures. You know, I will buy the really good version of figures of my favorite characters. You know, because it's worth it. But I'm not gonna buy a $80 version of, I don't know, what's a random figure in my collection I bought because it was cheap and a character I like. You know, like, plus, well, you see how long it takes Mafex to even announce a figure and then put it into production. I would have like 6 figures right now, which I guess if you like to collect that way, that's fine, obviously. But I like having a diverse collection, and buying cheap stuff helps. Sorry, I went on a crazy rant when all you're asking is what my favorite figure is. I've had too much diet soda, I guess. Yeah, my Marvel Legends animated Spider-Man, because I just love that Spider-Man so much. And on that same note, the animated series Vulture is so good. The War Journal Punisher is incredible. If I'm gonna go off of Marvel Legends real quick. Oh, and the Mafex Daredevil. That's got to be in my top 5 favorite figures of all time in my collection. Pred Element, sleep tight, bro. Thanks for hanging out. Kickstarter Spawn. Which one, Black Hole? Just like the standard like comic one? Because I think they made a Kickstarter Medieval Spawn, right? So you're just talking about like the standard one? Let me clean my tip. The last Batman custom looks like what the official... Leo, thank you, bro. Thank you. Oh, awesome, Hobo. I'm glad it works out for you then. Joe Mama, exactly. That's what I think too. You know, I now that I like have a good job and you know I budget accordingly, I can buy myself the the Revel Tech Agent Venoms and the Mafex Spider-Mans, which are some of my favorite characters of all time. You know, the Mafex Batman is the best 6-inch Batman there is still to this day, if you ask me. So I'm glad I can buy myself that, but I can also buy myself a $20 Dr. Fate and Martian Manhunter to add to the Justice League, you know? Now, if they were to make, which I think they will, I think they're going to make more Justice League characters finally. It might be another 10 years with the way Mafex moves, but they're definitely going to make more with that Wonder Woman tease. It's only a matter of time before we get a Green Lantern. Now, Mafex Green Lantern, I'm buying. I know we talk about almost every stream now, so I know exactly what Black Hole will say, but I want a John Stewart if and when they make a Green Lantern. I have the Mezco John Stewart. It's great. I have the McFarlane John Stewart. I have two. I have the modern one and I have like the Golden Age one. Both are great. 90s Spider-Man is absolutely the GOAT. Yeah, John Stewart was the... Joe Mama, are you you're like Black Hole and I? Are you as the youngins in his chat would say, an unk? Are you older? We probably established this before, but I forget. I know there's like a handful of you who interact with me who are older. But yeah, John Stewart's my GOAT. But if I'm going to customize the Al Simmons Spawn Kickstarter, I think it's damn near perfect. I think based off of what I've seen, I really want to get my hands on one eventually. They're like, geez, like $150 on eBay usually. How much was a Kickstarter, Black Hole, if you don't mind me asking? Did you get it as a Kickstarter, or did you get it after and like pay a premium? Because like something like that, I'm like, you know, I'm on the fence, but like, are we ever gonna get a better Spawn? Todd doesn't really give away his properties like that to other companies to make, so I'm like, if that's the best there's gonna be, then I guess I'll suck it up and pay the price. But I've seen people put like really good huge wired capes on them. Other than that, it looks like really good. I don't know what else I could potentially recommend you customize. Born in 03. Oh yeah, you're young. No, you're 22 though. You're in your 20s. That's good. A lot of these kids are teens. Barely teens. You guys always pull out voicing lore that I'm not privy to. Like, I embarrassed myself when you guys kept talking about Jensen Ackles as Red Hood, like fan cast. I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be good. And everyone's like, well, yeah, he voiced him, so that's why everyone's fan casting him. I'm like, oh, whoops. That was what animated show / movie was that, Black Hole? Was that Under the Red Hood everyone was recommending? Is that what Jensen Ackles voiced? Because I still gotta watch it. I gotta put that on my watch. I'll probably watch it tonight as I lay down for bed. Yeah, I guess maybe that's why I don't care for Red Hood as much as like everyone else does, because I was like so much more of a Teen Titans, Dick Grayson, Tim Drake kind of guy. Oh, here you go, little Mofam. $300 for all three isn't bad at all, Black Hole. And yeah, I would be down to trade. But what are you looking for? I'm getting rid of a bunch of stuff in my collection, so. And that goes for everyone in chat. I don't know how many of you have hung out with me on Whatnot, the live auction website. But I am going to be going on there this weekend for the first time in a while. I just got a bunch of vintage G.I. Joe from my dad and uncle that I'm going to try to sell off. I got a bunch of my personal collection I'm going to try to sell off. A bunch of Star Wars stuff. And still got a bunch of McFarlane. Some Marvel Legends. I don't think I have a lot of Marvel Legends I want to get rid of right now, but some. Mostly MCU stuff. Old MCU stuff I still have laying around and whatnot. I also want to sell some of my imports, figure arts and stuff. So, and of course I can always sell it to you directly too, or if you want me to list it on the car or eBay, whatever. Dude, Monster Ock. I've thought about making a custom Monster Ock. I gotta get working on this guy too. Black Hole, don't cheat. Anyone who was in chat last week, don't cheat. But anyone who wasn't, any guesses as to who this guy's gonna turn into? Oh, I better plug my phone in. She gonna die. Yeah, let me, it might take me a few days. Honestly, I might try tomorrow morning when I wake up to really start going through my collection because I'm just so lazy. I gotta really dig through there, take pictures of everything. But once I take some pictures, I'll try to, hey, I could do that for you too, Black Hole. But yeah, I'll take a picture of everything I'm getting rid of, bro, and I'll text you. Because I know what you're into. You like Star Wars. You like a lot of the same stuff as me. So I'm sure there'll be stuff in my collection I'm getting rid of that you'll probably want, or I could convince you want. A Hobo Son. It's years of accumulation. Maybe spending a little too much money from time to time on figs. Don't worry. There's no rush. I do want to do a giveaway soon too, since we're getting close. I know it still seems like so far away because we're at 60. My YouTube's been kind of slow growing since I haven't been posting as many shorts, and my long form content still hasn't really caught on yet, which is fine. I've only put 4 videos out, so we still got a ways to go, but Z's, what's up? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Black Hole, you're I guess I want to say you're very local. You're hours away, but we could always if we figure out a trade or whatever, we can make a day out of it. Of course, Black Hole, you already know. You already know a paintbrush is hitting that Um, the second we work out trade and it's in my hands, you already know a brush is hitting it. It's gonna be 12 a.m. for you. Yeah, it's 1:30 for me. I'll probably try to get off here around 2:30. But check it out, guys. I think this green worked out really good. I think this is a good green. Oh, I like how this came out. I put a ton of coats on there so I can like really. Plus, like it's hard to see. Well, maybe when I tilt it like that, since it was such a dark red, it's still got a cool like tint to it at times, based off of where we turn it. I should have painted the inside. I'll probably paint the inside here black. I have a. Well, it's my girlfriend's because I don't own a car, but I have a decently reliable mode of transportation if we want to meet up halfway or something. Black hole. But yeah, I really like how this came out. So now I'm just gonna do the dry brush technique. I always do. This might be a little too wet to be doing all. Oh, get it especially good in these crevices here. Doesn't add a huge difference. Well, my camera definitely is going to pick it up, but you just got to trust the process. This dry brush makes a difference. Trust me. Yeah, of course, Black Hole. Whatever you want, Pro. You're hooking me up by even offering to do a cool trade like this. So I'm down for whatever. I just want to get my hands on a really good spawn. So whatever iteration or combination of parts and pieces you give me to create a spawn out of the Kickstarter stuff, I'm good for, dude. And I know you're a good dude, so I know it'll be easy for us to come to terms on something that's fair and equal on both sides. So. All right, Black Hole. Oh yeah, no, I think they're just like frivol pieces. I'm gonna paint them up gold. It'll look better here in a little bit. Oh, because you're gonna give sealed from. Oh yeah, I mean, you know me. It's gonna get ripped open, played with, painted, posed. I understand for something like that. I understand the appeal of in the box from the factory, but I don't mind. I don't mind one bit, my friend. Wow, a still seal 208. That's crazy. Sorry, well, I don't know why that was like such a tongue twister for me. um, yeah, you're number one. That's crazy. That's funny. My next custom is going to be, I'm working on this Doctor Doom here. And some of the other stuff I'm working on behind the scenes, piecing together. I got some ideas for a Green Goblin, a Hobgoblin. It's about, because it's about time we get some goblins in here. Ghost Bars, what up? Never heard of Whatnot till the wait. Am I that delayed? I feel like I said something about Whatnot a while ago. No, you've been responding to my other messages. Ghost Bars, my day's been good. Pretty easy day at work. Had a good morning leading up to work. Can't complain, ultimately. Just closing out my night with you guys. Of course, I'm only able to do this because my girlfriend's not home and I miss her, but I'm still glad we're able to do this together, so. We're working on Doctor Doom right now, Ghost Bars. Oh yeah, you want a business card? That would be part of the trade. That's why I'm trading you for the spawn. One of my business cards. It's showing up a lot better on the skirt. Maybe it's just a little bit brighter. But Ghost Bars, thanks, bro. Yeah, black hole. You always stress out the Discord. They're always like, don't text and drive. Don't voice chat and drive. Okay, that came out really good. Does it not show up as good on here? I'll show up pretty good on here. Show up good on the... Oh, I feel like it did. Sorry, I had to get real up close and personal. I was painting off a camera. Just want this to be even. I think it looks really good, especially when you're painting cloth. That's a lot of depth to do this like dry brush technique, because then you're getting a bunch of different shades. Although, you know, when Doom's not wearing his trench coat, he definitely gets it dry clean. There's no doubt in my mind. What do you guys think? I personally think he does. I saw the Fantastic Four opening night, and I thought it was amazing. I liked it a lot. No, you know what? That's. I think you're right. He He's too good for even a dry cleaner. He throws those clothes out and someone else stitches him a brand new one for the next day's battle. I think you're right. No, I think that's more Doom. Yeah, that looks so sick. I think we can put the skull on this side and then, yeah. Skull on this side fits better too. It'll really glue into place nice. And then something there. Whoops. And then this, I'll just paint a little bit brighter red. I'll have to see what reds I have. I should. Okay, let me put all these greens back. And this gray. I don't need this gray for now. I will need the... Will I need the black? Yeah, I'll need the black eventually, I think. Let me get some reds and some browns. On a 12-inch figure, I think a Ken shirt would. Who's your favorite superhero or villain and why? Well, Spider-Man is my favorite character of all time. I like talking about this because, you know, it's like, oh, just like nerd stuff, blah, blah. But I think the character of Spider-Man is really important. At least it is to me in that it's a relatable character, you know. I think outside of him, you know, being a webhead and just like having cool powers and cool like stories and stuff, it's like really special in the idea of, you know, the whole great power, great responsibility, and the sacrifices he makes for the greater good, and even for himself, you know, he continues to sacrifice relationships and family to continue what he feels is like the right thing to do, and I really enjoy that he you know, believes in you know, redemption, and everyone deserves at least a second chance, and the no-kill rule and stuff like that. I think a lot of that stuff really makes a good Spider-Man, and the idea that, you know, all he wants is MJ, right? And a family and everything, and he instead sacrifices all that to continue to be a good person, and he still struggles with that at times, right? And I think that's when Spider-Man is written well. The writers, you know, lean into that. Of sometimes he doesn't even like want to be Spider-Man. He's like, what if I wasn't Spider-Man? What if I didn't decide I need to, you know, sacrifice everything, and I can just live a normal life? Like, what would that look like? But ultimately, we all know our favorite webhead would never do that. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking about when I was talking about that. Was the idea that, you know, in Spectacular Spider-Man, they touched upon that really well. I think they did a really good job of talking about how, at one point, you know, he's like, I don't want to be Spider-Man. Like, what if I just take this cure? Yeah, I think that's true too, and that Spider-Man does hold back a lot. I mean, when he goes full unrelenting, you know, he's extremely powerful, but he holds back, and yeah, I don't know. I just think there's a lot of special things to Spider-Man as a character, and so that's why it's always meant so much to me. I think from a young age, a lot of the stuff that he stands for has helped me shape my moral code and things I believe in. So maybe that sounds really corny, but I think in this chat where everyone's superhero fans, it makes sense. Exactly. Exactly. It's the easier route, right? Which, is tempting for anyone, and a lot of people would take the easier route. Is like, you know what? Let me take this serum, um, and I'll just be better off just Peter Parker. I can have the girl, I can have the family, I can have the career. But then he realizes how important it is and how special it is to be Spider-Man, right? To be able to do that day in and day out, and keep the people you love safe, and continue to make that sacrifice and realize how much it's worth it. So yeah, I think that's a huge part of the character that maybe sometimes isn't touched upon enough. Your college application essay, dude. I think if I would have gone to college when I was younger, I probably would have wrote an essay on Spider-Man 2. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you guys are all making great points, and I'm glad to see the nuance. And real quick, this is what's laying from Mysterio. This is an Azrael from McFarlane. That's what this character down here is too. It's like a variant, like a red variant, and so he's going to be turned into Dr. Doom. But yeah, I love to see too, like how you guys interpret it and what messages mean the most to you out of Spider-Man. And I think that's the other thing that's beautiful about Spider-Man, in comics and art in general, is everyone interprets it differently, and it means something to someone else, so games, like video games, yeah, I do. Not a ton. I mostly play like Madden and 2K. I play a little bit of Minecraft, No Man's Sky. During COVID, I went on a kick of like playing games I didn't really play as much when I was younger, like BioShock, and what else did I play a lot of? BioShock, Dead Space, stuff like that. Yeah, it's true. Games is vague, right? I couldn't be like, yeah, I play games. I love board games. Yeah, Dead Space I never finished it because I am terrible about finishing games. It must be my ADHD, but I never finished Dead Space. I never finished Dragon Core? No, I don't think I have. BioShock is a classic, absolutely. Oh yeah, the remake for $12. Damn, that's a good deal. Yeah, I want to get the remake, or it's a remaster or whatever it's considered. Yeah, I definitely want to get that. See how that is. I'm trying to figure out what I should do next. It's like stopping points like this where I'm like, oh, do I like keep going? So this is like a belt, so I'll paint this brown, this belt here, up and over. Then I gotta paint this a different red. Then I'll probably touch up the golds for any overpaint I might hit. And then I gotta this here, I'm gonna paint gold. So maybe I'll paint all this black first and then gold. And the arms, this arm's green. Green, I gotta repaint that because it's supposed to be blue. And then I just gotta touch up the skirt here. Bunch of little details. This also the paint. Whoopsies. So I'll see if I need to paint that, or if like when the figure's on, you probably won't even notice it. So we'll see. That's probably something I'll touch up as the figure goes together. See if it's necessary not to touch up. I gotta touch up the gold I overpainted on. Touch up the belt. So a bunch of little things. Oh hell yeah, Wii! I used to love the Wii, bro. Marvel vs. Capcom? No, I never played. Well, I can't say I never have. I definitely have when I was like younger, like going over a friend's house and stuff. But um, what's my favorite shooter? I don't really play a lot of shooter games, honestly. I guess like I played like Call of Duty and stuff when I was younger. So you get tired, chat. Honestly, probably. All right, Spider-Man. Thanks for hanging out, bro. It's good chatting with you. I'll probably be right. Oh yeah, Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, I used to play that all the time when I was younger. Yeah, you're a little behind, dog. That's cool though. Raymond, thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for hanging out all night. It's been fun chatting with you. I don't know. I don't know how long you've been by. I remember seeing your name for a while now. So thank you for hanging out. Thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate it. And everyone else who's jumped in tonight and sub, thank you. Anyone who spent any amount of time, 5 seconds, 5 minutes. I can't say 5 hours yet. We've only been known for 2. But yeah, thank you guys so much. It really means the world. So. Sorry. I'm making you yawn through the screen. That's crazy. Dude, I got caught on the Wii, and that was so fun. I don't know why I was so good at COD on the Wii. You sub too? Is that what you're saying, Chill Guy? If so, thank you. If you've already, I thought you were already subbed. If you're already subbed, thank you again. Yeah, it's 156 where I am too, Chill Guy. I love customs. Don't have the guts to change my fig. Yeah, it took me a while, honestly, to build up the courage to be like, okay, I'm gonna rip this one apart now. My first customs were a few years ago. What's it, 2025? I would say my first customs were like 2 years ago? 3 years now? It worked great. Ghost, what's up, bro? You be jumping in these live streams at the craziest hours. Do you sleep? I guess I'm not boring and just yawning the whole time. Let's rip open this 3-pack real quick. Jason's back. Yo, look at Turgle. Oh, what's my favorite Spidey suit? Were you originally going to use it for a different custom, Ghost? I thought we were talking about a... What the hell were you asking me about? Was it Human Torch? Or no? Oh, my social security number? Yeah, sure. He comes with a little gat, too. This dude's funny. It's so funny they made this guy. That's awesome. He's got, like, extremely minimal articulation, but, dude, it's a frog with a pistol. Like, come on, man. This is sick. I love the Jedi Survivor games. Oh, gauntlets and boots, yeah. What was the figure at the top? This guy? That's Red Goblin. Dude, yeah, Joe Mama, I don't blame you. Like, I ordered this. I forgot how many parts it came with. Like, look at all these lightsabers alone, dude. Plus this head. This is exactly why I bought it. Well, let's get the real goat out. I know Black Hole really likes. Oh my goodness. I know Black Hole really likes Turgle, but I love Scuba Steve, bro. I love bumping into him throughout the game. Oh, damn. Seaford Charles never sent you the suit? That sucks, dude. I had no problem. Conspicuous, what's up, bro? The green guy got beef with you, bro. I don't know. I don't know what you did to him. And Yoda's head, that'd be funny. Yeah, his stories are so funny, Black Hole. You just bump into him, he's got the most random tidbits. It's like, yeah, okay, Scuba, whatever you say, buddy. And he's just everywhere, bro. I'm like, how do I keep bumping into this guy? Yeah, I wish they had the man bun. Well, especially now in Survivor, there's so many different like hairstyles and stuff they could have went with. So honestly, call me a shill, but if they just kept producing cows forever, I'll just keep buying every single variant, bro. I love Cal Kestis so much. Yeah, I played Jedi Survivor. Dude, the game's so good. I had to keep telling myself, okay, walk away, or you'll finish this game too fast. Um, uh, I usually live stream every Friday, sometimes Saturday. Um, oh yeah, Rick would be sick. No, I got a, well, not the Rick, but I got his friends who can only dream of being as good as Rick. Dude, you know you know the outrage that would be online if if they released another scout trooper and called him Rick. This dude's sick, dude. I heard this head's really underscaled. I guess maybe. I don't know. It looks fine to me. The Rick memes never get old. I honestly love that they put that in the game. My real life lightsaber would be purple. Mace Windu was on something there. Yeah, that is sick. Hahaha. Poor Rick. He deserved better. Bro, this honestly might be my favorite Cal yet. I'm not even gonna lie. The new Jedi Survivor one was really good, but this one's so sick. I got some custom cows I'm working on too. If you guys ever want to see that, I never do Star Wars online, but I got plenty of it going on in the background. Yeah, I fuck with Mafex. Bob, what's up? Sassy, welcome back. It's cool that you're going to watch my stuff. That's okay. I'll allow it. And then BD, like, come on. There's no such thing as too many BDs. Imports cost a lot more money, dog. Plus, there's no import Cal Kestis. The day they make a import Cal Kestis, I'll buy it. And like I get the I get the sentiment. Now I was actually talking about this earlier, that like now that, like, you know, when I first started collecting a few years back, I was working part time, kind of in between jobs. I didn't really have the money to collect like that. Now that I do, yeah, I buy a lot more import stuff. You know, I have the Rebel Techs, I have the Mafex, the Mezcos, the Figuarts. But I oftentimes reserve that for my favorite characters. Like, I got Rebel Tech Spider-Man stuff, and every Mafex Spider-Man they've made I own. But for the more like one-off characters or more random stuff, I'll still buy Legends, I'll still buy Black Series, I even buy McFarlane still. So like, you know, I don't know, maybe that makes me a shill. But there's just, well, yeah, Joe Mama and everyone was here when we were talking about it. Just it gives you more variety, unfortunately, too. You know, like Mafex releases 2 figures every month, and they're like so backlogged on the stuff they're making. You know what I mean? So, but like look at this. Look how I'm so glad they added this new hilt too. Like, look how good this looks, dog. What the hell? Gang's all here. You don't want to run up on this gang. And the most gangster of them all, Scuba. Not trying to. No, yeah, I totally get what you mean, Nalga. Yeah, I definitely got import stuff these days. And I mean, yeah, there's no denying it. Import will always be better than domestic stuff. But like Joe Mama said, they all have their charm, and the variety and stuff helps if you want a decent collection. So my favorite McFarlane figure, dude, they've been putting out some really good stuff recently. Dude, I gotta be honest, I think like Hawkgirl and Dr. Fate are up there, like the new ones. McFarlane Spider-Man, to me personally, part of my French, would be ass. McFarlane's articulation leaves a lot to be desired on certain models. I think some stuff's better than others. I mean, I use McFarlane for all my customs, right? So I can't hate it that much. But that being said, McFarlane would not be it for Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man needs maximum articulation at all times, and McFarlane just can't offer that with the articulation setup that he has. Take the frog, remove his arms and legs, and replace him with... Yeah, that'd be funny. Just make a bulked up Turgle. Yeah, what NECAs do you have? Yeah, Hobby Genki and Nin Nin are solid. I've used Hobby Link before too, and they're good. We were cheap tea. Oh, I think I remember you telling me about the TMNT stuff you had. Were you the one talking about in chat having the best Axis stuff? Was that you? Or was someone else talking about that stuff one time? Oh, dude, the loyal subjects. Yeah. Oh, you got the NECA Megan. That thing looks sick. And the Bear Blood Predator is so good, man. So good. Oh, I'm pretty tired. Alapex is good. April's hot ass. That's funny. Sometimes I look at a figure, I'm like, really, this is all the progress I made after hours of painting? But it was like 3 or 4 coats of green, plus the dry brushing, plus it looks really good. Plus we spent a lot of time trying to figure out the hood, and then maybe giving up on this head because it looks too much like Taskmaster. So We'll see. I might go back to that head. I don't know. It's 2:12 for me now, Jason. So I'll probably get ready to get off here for tonight. Just a quick little under 2.5 hours together on here. Yeah, that's another thing that I would like to get the Core Ninjas. I loved watching the cartoons as a kid and stuff. But there's just so many different brands who have tried it. There's so many varying styles and, like you said, price points, scaling, been all over the place. I guess I would imagine I'll come across what I want one day and I'll be like, okay, that's the one I'm gonna get. But for now, I don't have any Ninja Turtles. I'm near about dead. Same, bro. What Mafex do I have? Pretty much all the Spider-Man stuff. Is that it? Oh, and I have the Mafex Hush Batman, the blue one. Bro, you're close to Frankenstein's? I'm so jealous. But yeah, Jason, I feel you on that one, bro. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and oh yeah, like April and stuff. Yeah, good luck getting that all to scale properly. All right. Yeah, so it seems like everyone's on the same page. But like I say every night every night I close out chat or live stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, spending your Tuesday night with me, chit chatting. It's always fun to talk shop with you guys, talk about our collections and comics and stories and whatnot. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you guys for the continued support. If you want to find me on other socials and you haven't yet, I am on TikTok and Instagram under the same handle, Crispy Toys 22, KRISPY Toys. I also have a Discord, a PO box, and an email. You can find all that info on my link tree here and on my other social medias. But again, guys, thank you so much for everything, and I will see you guys Friday night. Until then, yeah, thanks, man. It was good seeing all you guys too. I will see you guys Friday. Peace.